Hey crafters, we're back for part 2 of finishing the Mutant video. Unfortunately, I have Sweet Gracie with me today to introduce the video. I'll have to do it myself. But I do want to do a video with her in the near future where we do a craft together. So I think that'll be fun, and I'll put that in the pipeline. But right now, let's go to the table and finish up the Mutant. Hey guys, we got our Mutant here, and I spray painted him just a gray primer, and I'm going to use this this pink color. It's kind of like a raspberry, and use a wide flat brush or a soft bristle brush and a lot of water, and I'm going to kind of give him a wash, right? I know it looks weird that he's kind of this fuchsia pink here, but it'll make sense as we progress along here. So it's gonna, just cover up the whole body. And I'm putting it on fairly thin. You can see I'm using a lot of water there. I wanted to use the gray because this wouldn't really show up very well on the black. So that's why I actually used the gray, because I'm going to have him very like a pale skin type thing, as you saw in the first video, the finished product. So I'm putting that on. And yeah, he's not the purple people eater, okay? So let's finish that up. Okay, we'll let him dry up. There, he's dried up. Now I've got a dark purple, okay, and I'm going to use a very thin brush, and I'm going to paint some veins on this guy. These will be kind of, my hope is that you kind of see these under the skin of the mutant, so I'm going to paint these all over the body, and just randomly put them in there. So there we go. Got them kind of just randomly all over the body there. And those should show up a little bit through the, I'm kind of going for like a translucent skin type look. And that's what I want to do. So here's the colors I'm going to use for the skin. A tan and a very light, it's not quite white, but it's like a linen color. So I'm mixing the two, and I'm putting it on very wet. You can see I'm using a lot of water, just like I did with the pink. Just cover the whole body there. Don't worry too much about getting it on the base. A trick you can do is turn it upside down, and the water won't, or the watery paint won't pool on the base as much. So there we go. So we'll let that dry up. And there it is. It's all dried up. You can see it dries up quite darker than I put it on. So now I am going to use a lighter color, like a little bit of white here. And I mixed it with the linen. And a little bit of white and linen, I'm going to kind of dry brush it on the body. Because like I said, I'm going for that kind of translucent skin, right? We can kind of see the muscle and veins underneath. And there we go. Nice. Okay, so here's the guy, and I'm going to use a red here and a black. And I'm going to paint around the eye there. That'll be kind of the rimming the eye. The red will kind of be rimming the eye. So paint that, and then I'll do the interior of the mouth. And it's kind of bright, so I'm going to use kind of a black to darken that up. You can kind of just blend it right into the wet paint there. Just kind of darken that up. And I'm going to put some in these spine holes too that are from the beads that I put on the back. So nice. All right, we'll let them dry up. You can see it's darkened up a bit. And I'm going to use a black with my small brush here. And I'm going to paint the eyeballs in. And I want to leave some of that red rimming the eye. Okay. So don't color the whole thing in. Just leave a small rim of that red around the eye. Okay, nice. All right, cool. Okay, so now I want to do the claws, and I've got a white. I'm using kind of a flat brush here. I'm just putting it on the claws. He doesn't really have any teeth, so I'm not worried about that, but I'm going to do the claws, and I'm just using white here for the claws. Now you can see they're really bright, but we're going to take care of that in a minute. You know, I don't like bright white claws and teeth. Paint those up. There we go. Let them dry. Make sure you get each side of the claw. Okay, now I'm going to use a brown, a light brown. I'm going to water it down quite a bit. And we use a small brush and kind of put it at the base of each claw. And you can kind of pull off the excess, and that'll give it a little bit of nice color variation, right? So it doesn't just look like a bright white claw. Okay, cool. All right, now let's work on that base. So I'm going to use a black and a lot of water. Then I'm kind of fill in the base. And, you know, it has that primer color on it, so it's a little bit gray, but I want to make it more gray. So I'll put this water on there. That'll kind of, since I didn't use the black paint, that'll kind of give it some shadows and shade on the base. And see, it's dried up. Now I'm going to use my regular gray and just kind of dry brush that on. You can leave a little bit of that black around the feet, the stump-like feet the guy's got. And there we go, bringing out that glue gun detail on the base. Nice. All right, cool. Now after that dries, I want to put a little bit of highlight on the base. I'm going to use a light gray and a bristle brush here. Rub most of the paint off and kind of speckle on the base a little bit. So you can get some nice color variation as well as highlight there. Now I'm going to use this water-based polyacrylic, what I use on all my projects, and I want to give some of the areas some gloss, right? So I'm going to use this brush, and I want to do the mouth and the eyeballs. So we'll let those dry, go to the table, and show you what they look like. Here we go, we got poor Roderick surrounded by the 3 mutants, and I really couldn't be happier with these guys. You can see his little 28mm scale here, so these guys are pretty big. And look at the detail on that. The toilet paper really gave some nice detail, the hot glue gun, the beads. I really got some varied poses on these guys. They're all different poses. Really great for just the cheap materials we use to make these guys. They really look great. I'm really happy with them. And that pale skin, you can kind of see the underneath the muscle color there. I really like that. Just really great. I'm really happy with how these guys came out. So there we go. Some really cheap mutants you can make yourself and without any sculpting. Hey craft friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Craft. If you did, make sure to give your Scotty a like. Also, make sure to join my Facebook and forum group. Lovely bunch of people with some great ideas, and we love to share with everybody. Also, make sure to consider tipping DM Scotty if you really enjoy these videos and you get something out of them, and you want to help a DM out. You can do the tip jar. Also, my Patreon group is growing, and become a member of the family. I have new levels of pledging. $3 level, you get mentioned in a video. $1 level, you get my new monthly magazine, which is going to be so awesome, packed full of fun DM Scotty ideas. And last but not least, go forth and craft.
Hey, did you hear the one about the 3-eyed mutant? I guess you did. Oh boy, here we go.